Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Taylor versus Taylor.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Mr. Taylor, you claim that you've always believed and never doubted that the defendant, Jasmine Taylor, is your biological daughter. You hope today's results will put an end to Jasmine's doubts so the two of you can work on rebuilding your relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Taylor, you are here with Mr. Taylor and say you made the biggest mistake of your life by saying words out of spite that you now regret. Your daughter heard those words and believes Mr. Taylor is not her father. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Ms. Jasmine Taylor, you state since you were 5 years old, you have doubted that Mr. Taylor is your biological father and believe another man is your dad. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so, Ms. Taylor, you say you let something slip and now you haven't been able to live it down.
I made a mistake. I said some things out of spite because he no longer wanted to be with me. So I did have a relationship with somebody else. I had sex with him one time.
So you admit you made some very critical mistakes.
Yeah.
And Ms. Taylor, you say because of that and because of what you heard and because of how you felt as a child, you don't believe Mr. Taylor is your biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain that to the court?
Well, when I was younger, like around the age 5, you know, my parents, they had got into an argument and I overheard it about my mother saying that, oh, well, that's not your daughter anyway. So ever since then, you know, I always wanted to know, like, who's my real father? Is this my father or not?
And you remember distinctly hearing that?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, I really wish I would have never said that. I wish I would have never put you through this. I would not. I don't know how you feel, but I feel how you feel. And I know that Dallas loves you. I definitely love you. He definitely loves her. He definitely wants a relationship with her.
And Miss Taylor, because you heard those words
Yes.
20 years ago and have carried this for 20 years, you just can't accept and know for sure, no matter what your mother says today,
No.
that bell is rung in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit.
Yes. And you just laughing, you came back, but you really didn't, you know, you say that you wanted to be he said he always want to be my father and all of that, but.
And so, all right, I want to understand this. So, Mr. Taylor, Ms. Taylor, you two were married.
We didn't get married until after Jasmine was born.
Okay, but you were married when this incident happened.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you take me to the nature of your relationship during the time when you got pregnant with Jasmine?
Okay. We were dating. We broke up. And it was a guy that one of my girlfriends introduced me to because I thought I was going to get into the record industry, you know. So I started, you know, letting him come around, chill out. Wasn't having sex with him or anything, but he was giving me money, like $300 and $400 a week, and coming over. So
So you, bottom line is you were in a relationship with Mr. Taylor, dating, but you met this guy who was kind of whining and dining you and trying to take care of you.
Yeah.
Mr. Taylor, do you remember this time?
Yes, you are.
What was your perception of the relationship at that time? Were you in a committed relationship? What was your understanding?
Yes, we was in a committed relationship, you know, but we was just living in 2 different states at the time. Then she told me she was pregnant.
Okay.
You know, then I decided to move her back to Maryland at that time.
All right, so at the time she told you she was pregnant, you all were in 2 different states?
Yeah.
Okay. So this all sounds like it's going just fine.
Yes. Everything going
So were
fine.
you at the birth?
Yes, I was at the birth,
You signed the birth certificate?
signed the birth certificate, the whole 9.
So you're there.
Yes.
So what happens?
I was like maybe 4 months when I realized I was pregnant. And my period has always been irregular. By the time that I realized that I was pregnant, I did sleep with the other guy, but I don't know.
Can you tell me what happened? How many times were you intimate with this other guy?
Once, and then I moved to Maryland. Next thing you know, he was taking me back to Maryland. I never had no doubt. I always believed that he was the father. It's just that 5%.
What 5%?
That I slept with the other guy.
And where did we get that statistical analysis from?
Because
5%.
Because I'm not sure when I got pregnant. I'm not sure.
So we really don't know that it's 5%.
It could be 50-50.
Because you really don't know when the window of conception was.
I really don't know.
So the bottom line is you were kind of in this relationship, but still entertaining this other guy because you all were in a long distance relationship.
Yes.
And you did have sex with this other guy unprotected?
Yes.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Were you ever honest with Mr. Taylor and say, I slept with this other guy during the window of time when Jasmine was conceived or when the baby was conceived? Did you ever let him know that?
I didn't want to mention it because then it would be like he wouldn't even want me. He wouldn't even want to bring me back. And I wanted to be back in a relationship with him and hopefully to get married. We did get married.
I get it. We're here to tell the truth. No reason to come all the way to paternity court and then get to lying.
Right.
That is counterproductive.
Right.
So the truth is you didn't say anything to Mr. Taylor, but you knew it could be a viable possibility.
Exactly.
Now, did you ever tell that other guy, I am pregnant. This baby could be yours, but my real boyfriend is coming back to get me and I want to go with him?
Yes.
You did. And what was his response?
He said, well, I want to see her. I want to see her. She was maybe, 9 months? And we came to Jersey to visit my grandmother. I let him see her.
So, Mr. Taylor, around 9 months, Miss Taylor says they went back up to Jersey and she let the other guy see Jasmine. Do you know that?
I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
Until today.
Until today?
Yes.
I didn't know that either until today.
Okay, so what happened when your wife said to you, you not the father, when you all get in that heated argument and she drops that bomb, what goes through your mind?
Well, at that time, when she told me that, that I may not be the father, then it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Only thing that makes somebody care in that situation is money. So when we wasn't together, and that's when all the problems came, because when we wasn't together, and then it's all about child support and that. So I'm like, okay, then that's when the problem came about to me.
All right, so I want to hear from Jasmine. Miss Taylor, so up until this argument, this time when you heard this phone call, your mom maintained that Mr. Taylor was your biological father.
Yes. And then later on, like when I was probably 12, she had said this other guy was my dad.
Wait, how did that conversation happen?
It was like she just oh, well, hey, after, when I was 5, he had, took my sister and told him that I wasn't his daughter. So, of course, I'm like, well, I obviously got another dad out here somewhere. So it has to be, I didn't just get here. We ain't go to a clinic and just make me. So it got to be another father somewhere. So she finally just opened her mouth and said, well, this other guy, it's a possibility that he could be your father.
And then what was your response? Do you remember how that conversation went?
I was like, well, okay, I just wanted to know my father. I just wanted to know who he was. I was like, okay. And I was just with whatever she was saying. But I didn't know that, the whole reason that the paternity was about child support. So now I know. I'm just learning that today.
I just never had
so
a
basically
doubt
the doubt was because of child support. Now I get it. He didn't want her to put him on child support because she said that I wasn't his. So you treat me.
Take a break. Take a break, honey. Take a breath.
Because it's some money. That's what.
But I never had a doubt that she wasn't my child.
Yeah,
I get it. It's about money.
It was just the situation at the time when she'd have told me that I wasn't. So
Okay, you making it worse. Let me explain this to you, baby. No, because I can see you're in tears and I get why you're hurt. And I know what you heard because the truth is I skipped over that part because I didn't want him to go there like that. And this is why sometimes kids don't need to hear grown folks' conversations, right?
Yeah.
Now, and I'm gonna be honest. But the bottom line is what he doesn't understand is he should be paying child support for
Because
you.
legally, you're my father because you're on the birth certificate.
And thank
so
you.
it doesn't even matter.
There you go. And that's what I want you to know. That the whole conversation was convoluted anyway, because once he signed on the dotted line, he is legally obligated to take care of you, so that shouldn't even be a discussion. So, Ms. Taylor, because of all of this, at some point you went searching for this other guy. Can you tell the court what happened?
Well, about last year, I had reached out to him and wrote him a message because I just wanted to know. Like, I was like,
You had his name. Mm-hmm. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, my mom.
So she gave you the name?
Yeah.
And then you went on Facebook and found him. Mm-hmm. Sent him a message?
Yeah, I sent him a message.
And he responded back. What did he say?
He didn't respond. He blocked me.
So you submitted that message to the court. Let's look at that. Mm-hmm. You wrote, I just really want to know who my real father is. I didn't ask to be here, and I shouldn't be blamed for feeling upset or angry. I just want to know the truth, so can you get a DNA test? You were asking him, can you do this so I can get an answer?
Yes.
And then he blocks you, and you see you can't reply to this conversation. Mm-hmm. Wow. And when you saw that, honey, what were you thinking?
I mean, I was upset because I just want to know. I just want to know where I come from. I just want to make sure, this man right here, like, if this is my father, I just want to know. My grandparents and everything. I just want to make sure that this is my family. I just want to know where I come from. Because it's just like, I just go through so much. And I just really need to know.
I just wanted to say something that he always talks to me about Jasmine. Why won't Jasmine talk to me? He loves her. He wants that to be his daughter.
So,
he feels that it's his daughter. He'll do anything and everything for Jasmine. He really cares.
So this paternity doubt has really destroyed your relationship.
Oh yeah, and I probably just didn't even want to even discuss it at that time because it didn't.
There you go. Be honest.
Right.
Be honest.
It didn't even matter anyway. This didn't matter about that to me, but I understand how it affected you for the fact that, if I come and take your sister and don't take you, that's the worst thing in the world probably can happen to somebody, at that time,
Traumatized
Definitely,
to a 5-year-old.
traumatized.
Listen,
But
it was an adult argument between a husband and wife.
Right.
And anybody that's been married knows you have those days and you had those arguments, and the next day you'd be like, oh, I was tripping, to yourself. I mean, you know what I mean? The other person might be tripping, but you got to acknowledge, like, oh, I didn't need to really go there with all of this. And that's grown folk stuff. But that's why, for me, these conversations are so important, because this young girl heard that, it resonated in her heart, and for 20 years, she's been wearing those glasses. Mm-hmm. And I want to try to do my best in this moment to relieve you of any further frustration by getting you the results you so desperately need. All right?
Okay.
All right, Jerome, I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Taylor versus Taylor, when it comes to 25-year-old Jasmine Taylor, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Taylor, you are not the father.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm very sorry, Jasmine.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Jasmine.
You can say that. That's what we do in this courtroom.
That I I know that they will have, I want them to have a relationship, you know.
They have a relationship.
They have a relationship.
We saw that. That is her.
Father.
That's her daddy. That's the person she grew up relying on. But Miss Taylor, we cannot right now talk our way out of the fact that this little girl has been holding this pain for 20 years.
It's the only dad I know.
Huh?
It's the only dad I read.
Now, for me, I would get in this situation and try to see what I could do to get her the answer she needed. And Jasmine, I don't ever want you to discount or feel like because you didn't get the answer everyone wanted today, that this question for you is inconvenient or unnecessary, or you don't need to do that. You do what you feel because it's your life, okay? We have counseling and resources. I wish you the very, very best. Court is adjourned.